Well, hello, my soul friends. It is Victoria on 111 on January 9th. And for my Go Live commitment to go live every other week. And it's so funny. I made the commitment and I often forget about it until the day I'm thinking, oh, shoot, I haven't done a video. So then I spontaneously set the time uh, and no one's with me when I'm live. That's okay. It's a practice of going live. And I promise I will select a date and a time that is a regular date and time for those of you who do want to join me. And I hear from you and you say, oh gosh, I have something else going on. I do apologize. I'm still, as I often say to all of you, to encourage all of you, still learning and growing. And you know what? That's been my commitment and philosophy in starting a YouTube channel for myself and for all of you, to remind each other that this is life. We're just practicing and we're learning and growing and practicing and unfolding potential. And we don't often get to see behind the scenes with people and how they're fumbling about and trying to create their lives. We tend to see the finished product, all polished, ready to go, edited, perfect. And we go, wow, I'm not that. How many of you feel that way? Well, I know that I used to feel that way. And now I'm really promoting be authentically yourself, perfectly imperfect. And that's where we grow in the messiness of life. So welcome to my channel. If this is your first time stopping by the Soul Nurturer channel, I call myself the Soul Nurturer because my entire mission, my soul mission, and you'll probably get sick of me saying the word soul, but I love it. I'm just one of those people. I don't care. I've heard people say, I think soul is overused. Well, I think it's underused because it's underfulfilled. So I'll say it as much as need be. But I, from a very young age, was very curious about the mystery of life and had many, very beautiful sort of divine encounters, if you will, mystical experiences, maybe when I was very, very young. And I've always just been curious. Why do we believe what we believe on many levels, not just our beliefs, which I want to talk about today, as we are in January of the new year of 2023, which if you do watch, you do know that I don't believe that New Year's the only time that we reset. I think it's a possibility to reset, but we give it too much energy. I think a natural and organic reset or call to transformation comes from within, not a day on a calendar. Okay. So, first of all, did I say this already? I don't know because I'm live. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't. And what this channel is about, as I was starting to talk about that, I call myself the Soul Nurturer because everything I've gathered on my journey, even before I went for the professional training and credentials and whatnot, I was already just kind of a very curious soul, wanting to understand our human natures, that we are souls having a human experience. I was so curious about why we're here, what's our purpose, and why do we believe so many different things. And so that exploration is part of this channel. In fact, I was thinking about creating a new segment just called Fusion Faith, and giving space and way. It's part of my mission. I really want us to accept and honor that we all connect to the divine in many different ways. I think of religion as the language that we communicate to the divine with. So we don't all speak English. We don't all speak the same language. Why do we expect that each other should have the same religion? I don't know. I never understood that. So curiosity was with me since I was a kid. And so I invite you to bring your curiosity to this channel as we explore topics related to the unfolding of our soul potential. For me, I believe that we all come in with a unique purpose. That's why I like to look at what I call soul charts or astrology charts. which to me is a blueprint of our soul that the Creator gives us to navigate this world, right? And to fulfill the promise of our soul. Do you think about that? Why are you here? What are you called to, and what our soul calls? And there are many ways, I believe, that the divine is speaking to us through our nightly dreams, through, let's see, imagery, spontaneous imagery, synchronicities, just paying attention to how our life is unfolding. And I think with what I call sacred awareness, we can become aware that we are being guided, that we are being supported, that we are being loved forward. And what is that quote? I just quoted it the other day from Einstein. Is really, and I'm paraphrasing, the real question is that, do you believe that the universe is friendly or not? And whether you connect to the universe, to God, however, whatever language you speak to connect to the divine, Christianity, Buddhism, Islam, whatever your soul is aligned with, hey, that's your language, right? So many different reasons why I'm here on this channel, to encourage all of us to bring our potential forward, all of us to find our unique expression and voice, and to feel safe enough to do that and be that. Okay. So I was hoping someone would be here today to chat with, because that is where something magical happens in me when I'm interacting with someone. It's like this whole other, I call it my wisdom well opens up, and there's much more to bring forward. It's like I'm trying to recreate what it's like for me in session. And by the way, I do offer virtual sessions on Zoom. I'm booked out for a while, but still have some schedules, some sessions open the last week of January. But go to my website at www.victoriajaswick.com. And there you can request I opened up consultations again, a free 20-minute consultation, or an hour session, or I do longer sessions if need be. So you can find more information about what I offer there. And I always encourage people to read the testimonials, and then it gives you the bigger picture of what I offer and what I do. Okay, so what are we going to talk about today? I'm going to have a sip of my tea. Just me, myself, and I. How is your new year going? I mean, again, I hope that you didn't feel pressured to have it all together by now that we're on the 9th of January. Set those resolutions, and you're at the gym every day, and maybe you did, and that's awesome. But hopefully it just gave you some time to reflect. Remember, I've been talking about that we are still in a deep time of reflection. Mercury and Mars are still retrograde. We're still in the sun sign of Capricorn, the season of Capricorn, more sort of tilling the soil, reflecting about the seeds we want to plant. Mars does go direct on the 11th very soon. I think I'm already feeling that today. I will tell you, I've been slogging through for a while, the last few months in particular, and I woke up today with such energy, and a lot of gratitude because of that. I think I have openly shared that I have the experience. And I try to say I have the experience. It's not who I am. It's not my body. We're not our bodies. We're just having these experiences. That I have been having experience of chronic pain. And today I woke up feeling pretty good. So anybody out there with chronic pain or chronic fatigue, when you have a good day, it's like such a gift. So I'm having a good day today, and I want to know how you're feeling. I honestly do. I'm not kidding. I really want this to be more interactive, and I haven't figured out a way other than chat to do that, unless I did a Zoom meeting webinar, but I don't know yet. I'm still, again, slowly unfolding my purpose here on this channel and demonstrating to you that it's okay to do it that way. It's okay to meet yourself right where you are, have your vision, have a sense, but you don't have to have it all figured out. You just don't, okay? So I hope that helps someone. Just start where you are, right where you are. So I'm going to drop us into a quick little meditation. Then I'm going to read a poem by David Wagner that I love, because my sense, or I guess my soul call today to be on here, is to reach out to anyone out there who may feel lost in this moment. Like, I have this image of, the rivers rushing forward and you're still stuck somewhere, or maybe you're stuck in a log jam. And I use the metaphor of the river flowing because it's been my greatest teacher, the river. I'm fortunate enough to live close by a river. And whenever I go watch the river, it speaks to me of life unfolding. And yes, sometimes we are in the log jams, and so log jams, for those of you who aren't familiar with rivers, are like where the trees fall down and then there's all this debris, branches and leaves and whatever, and the river slows down right there. I use this metaphor often when I work with grief. That grief is very much like that. First, grief is like getting thrown suddenly into the rapid river and you're just trying to get your head above water. And remember, when I speak of grief, I'm not speaking of just the death of a loved one, which I know many people, my family included, are moving through right now. But grief is the end of as life as we knew it. Grief comes to ally us, to help us heal, to move through those very, very tender times when life as we knew it is no longer the same. This could be a health issue. This could be the end of a relationship. This could be the end of a job. This could be moving. I moved 20 years ago from California to a small town in Sequim, Washington, and I grieved for a long time. I think even though it was an exciting new beginning, I grieved all the people I left behind. And I remember one time my best friend called me. Shout out to you, Lori. And she called me. I'm going to get teary-eyed even remembering this. I think it was like 6 months after I had moved. And she said, I need to know when you're coming home. I need to know. I knew I would get teary-eyed. And I said, Lori, I feel like I am home. And we both cried because it was like, okay, our lives had changed, right? I was never, not never. Maybe we'll move back to California someday, but I'm pretty happy where I am. But our lives and dynamic changed. I wasn't a car ride away. I wasn't able to just say, hey, I'll meet you for dinner, or let's grab a cup of tea or whatever. So that's grief, right? Life as we know it has changed. So that can be a log jam, or perhaps, this, again, the new year is flowing by and you're still sitting in the same place, feeling lost, stuck, like there's not as much movement. And again, we have two significant retrogrades going on right now, Mercury and Mars. Mercury goes direct on the 18th. So it's still this time of reflecting, being where you are. And it may feel, and I don't know, comment, let me know if this is resonating with you, like you feel a little lost, not certain about what's next. So I didn't know whether to talk about visioning, because I love to talk about soul visioning. It's something I created years ago. I learned life visioning from Reverend Michael Beckwith. I always want to give him credit. I think it's important to honor and give credit to your sources, where you learned, what you learned. I had this thought came to me this morning, because I've had some experiences where people have, let's just say, borrowed some of what I've cultivated in my 20 years of working in this field of transformation and soul work. This term came to me. Let's see if I can remember it. Oh, spiritual shoplifting. I think that the creator has a great sense of humor. Spiritual shoplifting, where people just kind of take what you have and try to make it their own. True spiritual cultivation is you're doing your own soul work. You're working with the teacher. You're working with someone like me, and you're cultivating. Of course, you learned from mentors. I think the shoplifting is like if you don't give honor, and a shout out to those you do learn from. So I always shout out to Reverend Michael. I learned so much from him and all of my other many teachers that have blessed me in helping me cultivate my own soul medicine. So let's drop in for just a couple minutes here. I'm sorry, you know that I'm on this ongoing saga for lighting. Thought I had it all dialed in. Got a ring light, but I'm not on my phone, so I'm on my computer. And I hear you all talk to me about the lighting. I'm working on it. I'll get it. But truly, hopefully you're hearing my voice and it's coming through strong, and you're feeling my soul, which is beyond lighting. And that's part of, when people tell me, okay, lighting, yeah, I get that. Now you should do this, and you should, and I have to listen for the helpful suggestions and scan through. Is that suggestion wanting to, I don't know. I just want to still stay authentic and share that authentic, doing our best and still showing up truly. Okay. I'm never going to be too polished. I guarantee you. All right, here we go. I'm going to just take 5 minutes to drop us in. As I drop us in, if you can pause the video right now and get yourself set up, light a candle if you want, turn off everything else but just listening to my voice and take this time for you. I'm calling this soul connection time. It's not just to connect to me, it's mostly to connect to you and your own soul. I have somebody, thank you so much, Terry, for being with me and telling me my lighting is just fine. Thank you. All right, we're going to drop in for about 5 minutes for you to connect to yourself, okay? So let's close our eyes. And if you can, if you're not driving, just close your eyes and turn within. So just breathing into this present moment where nothing is lost. We can find our way connected to our heart, connected to our soul, connected to this moment, connected to our bodies, our beautiful companions for this gift of a life. So breathing in, I invite you to connect to your inner world, to connect to your heart, your soul, your body with love, compassion, and curiosity. What are you noticing in this moment? How is your energy feeling? Is it flowing? Does it feel stagnant or stuck? How are your emotions? Do you feel like you're sitting with something that you're afraid to really feel into? Do you feel stuck, stagnant with your emotions? Or maybe you're flowing and crying and feeling, and that's beautiful. Tears are essential, and like that river flowing, as I mentioned, help us flow and get unstuck. But as you're connecting inward and connecting to your soul, yourself, your life unfolding, your body, I invite you to just feel into where do you feel stuck or lost, if there is such a thing. But we may feel that in the human experience, not in our souls, but in our human experience. We may feel like, oh gosh, this is not what I expected. Where am I in my life? Where am I with my vision? Where am I with my goals? Where am I? Where is my authentic being that I came in with? Where am I? Just being aware. Trust that whatever arises, there's no wrong or right when we're connecting to our souls. Perhaps you'll have an image that comes to show you. Images that come like our dream imagery from our soul to guide us, to show us. or reveal something that needs to be healed, or something we're not consciously aware of that our unconscious is trying to show us, our soul is trying to show us, so we can make different choices. So whatever comes, just trust it. And in this space too, I'd like you to just connect and tether into what the opposite of feeling stuck or lost be. In other words, create a vision or an image of what you desire. Give that space and give that way. And let your mind, body, soul know it's safe for you to experience the desires of your heart and your soul. It's safe for you. And I'll talk more about that in a moment. And two other steps that I find are very important. And just affirm with me now. Put your hand over your heart and say this out loud. And as you do, let's just go ahead and open our eyes. And I'm going to look right at you and say this too, but I want you to say it for yourself. I am worthy to receive all that I desire. I am worthy to receive all that I desire. You are worthy. You are. You are worthy to receive all that you desire. Worthiness is key to aligning with our soul potential. Safety, letting our human brains know we authorize it, it's okay. And then it's preparing. So the other one is I am ready. I'm worthy and I'm ready. So bring it, universe, bring it, God. I'm ready, right? Okay. So I want to go ahead and read this poem that came to my mind as I was thinking about jumping on here for a live. And it is a poem that I love from David Wagner. And it's called Lost. And I know my lighting does change when I go to screen here. Hopefully it won't be as, I can lighten it. There we go, or darken it. Okay, so this is Lost by David Wagner. So again, close your eyes if you can and just take this in and notice what opens up in you, where it connects. Does it resonate? Does it call you back to a deeper knowing and understanding of where you are in this moment? Okay, stand still. The trees ahead and bushes beside you are not lost. Wherever you are is called here. And you must treat it as a powerful stranger, must ask permission to know it and be known. The forest breathes. Listen, it answers. I have made this place around you. If you leave it, you may come back here again, saying here. No two trees are the same to raven. No two branches are the same to wren. If what a tree or a bush does is lost on you, you are surely lost. Stand still. The forest knows where you are. You must let it find you. I love that. You must let it find you. So, what did that evoke in you? Erica is here. Hi, sweetheart. Have you heard that poem before? What did that poem evoke in you? Lost. Stand still. For me, and you can comment below whatever it evoked in you, what it called you to remember. The reminder that we are souls having a human experience, and we are nature. So just as, nothing was lost to raven or wren, nothing is lost to us, but the standing still and finding ourselves in the present moment right where we are, to begin again right where we are, to offer ourselves what we need, to check in with our inner world. What is going on in the inner? What does feel stuck? And remember, it's always, what do I need? What is needed? And to listen and tuning in, to our inner worlds. Are we listening? Are we hearing positive supportive, loving wisdom? Are we connected to our faith, or are we stuck in fear? And those are two distinctions I often say as well. You know, and again, souls having a human experience, we have to do both. I'm wondering what you mean, Terry, by balancing left and right brains. But yes, I think I agree with that, but I'd like to know more. But the distinction, and this for me comes from Course of Miracles, that there's only two energies in the world: fear or love, right? So it's kind of fear or faith, fear or love. And when we're lost or we're stuck, we're not in the flow of love, or we're not in the flow of faith. And true faith, okay, got it. Heart and body. Yeah. Yes. Okay, good, Erica. I know it's a good one. And Brittany is here too. Whoa, got a little party coming. I was almost late to my own party because I was busy doing something else, and I looked and realized it was almost time to start, but I got here right on time. Yes, fear and faith. I agree. I always say this, Terry, are you using the right F word? I remember saying that to a girlfriend when we were in our 20s and she was really stuck in a situation. I said, I think you're using the wrong F word. You're in fear and not faith. So expanding our faith helps us think of it this way: where we feel stuck, where we feel lost, we need to shine the light of faith forward, whether it's a little bit of light through a candle, a flashlight, or a bright, beautiful sunbeam guiding us forward. So just make peace where you are and trust, and this is the key, that everything in the universe, everything that God offers us, is to support us in our unique and beautiful unfolding. Okay, so that was my message. Okay, all right. I love chatting, and how about before I wrap up, do you have any questions? Because that's the other key to being here with you all live. It's an opportunity to connect. Do you have any questions before I go? I did want to say one other thing about, since visioning is another thing you can do when you feel stuck or lost. It's to pause, pray, do some guided imagery, put your hand over your heart and simply say, what does God want me to know? Or what does my soul want me to know? Or what is it that my soul is here to do? What is a vision? And calling forth that vision. And waiting for something, waiting for an image. And then when you have an image of possibility for the future, another way to do this is what's not working and what would work better and what does that look like? And you create that vision. So number one, as I talked about in the meditation, you must let your mind, body, system know that it is safe for you to have what you desire. Because remember, everything that's constructed in our subconscious minds, if you've watched some of my old videos or you're familiar with my work, that programmed information gets programmed in order to keep us safe. And that is where we operate 95% of the time, in our subconscious mind. 5% is where we make decisions. We say, you know what, I really want to experience something different, and that information goes down to the subconscious mind. And if it doesn't have supporting information, our subconscious mind will shut it down. We'll feel stuck. We'll feel sabotaging ourselves. So visioning helps us create references to the subconscious mind. And when we reinforce it's safe for me, safe is overriding all the old stories about your life and about you, overriding the negative core beliefs. Safe for me. I authorize this. I am co-creating my life with Creator, and it's safe. And I'm going to come back to your question. Awesome. I love it. And then the next thing is to up-level your worthiness. On a scale of 1 to 10, this is important to always check in. How safe do you feel? 1 to 10? 10, super great. I feel safe in my being. When you feel safe, especially if you have a trauma background and you have reclaimed and regulated and established safety inside of you, then and only then can you create the life you desire. So safety first, and then worthiness, 1 to 10. 10, when you're at a high level of worthiness, you're aligned. You know it's going to happen. You believe it. You're safe and you're worthy, and it tends to happen quicker. And then preparing for what you're visioning for. Preparing means empowering your beliefs, preparing for what you're calling in. So I'm going to look. I've got a question here. Oh, it's not a question. That's a statement, but I love it. When love is too hard, I try to have faith that love is there somewhere I can't see. Absolutely. Well, love is within you, Terry. Love is within all of us. And when it's too hard, I suspect when love has been too hard for me, it's because I've had too many earlier experiences in my childhood where I call it the love file in your subconscious mind, got too many mixed messages where love could have been hard, or we learned that love was, not what love is. And we need to update our files by referencing and deciding what love means for us, and then offering that to ourselves, treating ourselves accordingly, activating the love within us, connecting. Sounds like you have faith, connecting to God, to the divine, and inviting in the energy of love, or being asking, teach me what love is. Let me know what unconditional, authentic love is. It is something that we do have to relearn or remember or reclaim, but we come in with it. If you go back, Terry, and look at your picture of yourself as a baby and look in your eyes, that's love. And you just love and connect to that little one, and that little one will grow more love within you. Okay. All right. If there aren't any other questions, thank you, Brittany. I'm glad you enjoyed the meditation. It's just a way, meditation, the way that I do a guided, it's more like a soul, it's like a soul connection, a time of inner contemplation, but always opening up to the divine for guidance, right where you are, love is right where you are. All that you need is provided, and curiosity and patience. I know patience is hard when we so want to be living what we want in the present moment. But remember, you're preparing in this present moment for what is available for you, coming soon to a life near you. One of the things, last thing, is that because I kept getting this message, and when I get this message, I know it's not just for me, that you're not being punished or delayed, you're being prepared. Trust that. Keep your heart open and your faith strong. And before you know it, all that you desire will be showing up for you, and that you'll just say, that's for me. In the meantime, see it, claim it, and prepare, up-level your worthiness, and tell yourself you're ready. Okay. Much love to all of you. Thank you all for being with me. I'll see you next time. I do lives every other week. So my next video will be on the new moon in Aquarius. And I'll have a special guest coming on the 21st of January, which is my astrology mentor, Stephanie Austin. She's amazing. And if you have any questions about astrology, you can put them in the comments here or email me at thesoulnurturer@gmail.com. Thesoulnurturer@gmail.com. Thank you, Terry. I'm glad it was just what you needed. May this hold you as you unfold your day and all that you desire. Much love to all of you. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.